Hey everybody, my name's Chris Warren. Welcome to the You Should Be Worried podcast with my wonderful co-host,
Matt Lopes. What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. The buzz around our first episode already getting there. This is the propaganda that we need.
Yeah,
Chris.
I already got.
We have to fucking.
I got DMs from tons of world leaders.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Who's interested, Chris?
Netanyahu is like that's.
I have no idea who that is, but I'm down to work with him. Does he collab? Does he collab on social media?
Yeah, I think so.
That's great. What country is that?
Israel. So we kind of lost Kanye.
yeah.
Bit, but,
that's okay. Who needs him anymore?
Yeah.
Literally,
Kanye actually
nobody.
did message me about the last episode.
Oh shit.
And he said, "Yo, Chris, you're one of the good ones."
Oh shit.
And I was like, as far as that's as good as I'm gonna get from
How does
Kanye.
that make you feel?
It makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I can go to synagogue next week and be like, even the Nazis like.
Are you
me.
still anti him?
I've never been anti-Kanye.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right. This is where I disagree with you.
Well, no, because I'm not saying what Kanye is saying is right? Like it is.
But you're saying you don't disagree. Is that
no?
What
That's
saying?
not. You're putting words in my mouth.
What
no,
are you saying?
I'm not anti-Kanye. Like I think he's saying some stupid anti-Semitic stuff.
For sure.
He shouldn't be saying that.
Yeah.
At the same time, he's very clearly like having a mental breakdown right now.
For sure.
He's
like he definitely
out.
is mentally ill. We know this.
Let's just get him some help.
Yeah.
Like I don't think the solution is to yell at him. I think it's like this man is
But
lost
also,
his family. He's having a problem.
I agree, but at the same time, Chris, he has to like. I don't think anybody's gonna make him like. At the end of the day, it's him. You know.
Yeah.
That has to make that decision. In order to like get the steps that he needs to get the help that he needs.
No, 100%. You know, he's so rich and so insulated that at this point, no one can really tell him what to do.
I know.
So it's just kind of like, it's
He's
just
like
sad
down
to
his
see.
own little
Because he
rabbit
made
hole.
some good music, you know?
Yeah.
But okay,
But now he's like the new R. Kelly. Like you have to where he's back into question. Like, do you separate the art from the artist?
I've always been a separate the art from the artist kind of person.
I never knew how I feel about that.
I've always been a separate the art from the artist
I will
person.
always listen to Ignition by R. Kelly. Like I like that song, but I don't know what R. Kelly did.
He did some bad stuff.
He peed on a woman. Is that what it is?
I just think if you're like a 14-year-old girl, probably stay away from R. Kelly.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'd say.
If that's
allegedly,
the case,
I don't want.
was Ignition about somebody that it wasn't supposed to be about?
I think Ignition was just an innocent song. I could be wrong. Watch now, everyone's gonna DM me like, actually, it's this horrible thing you just endorsed.
yeah. Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I get it then. All right, yeah. No to him.
If you look at any like most artists or people in history in general, like if you look into them enough, like everyone's got some to varying degrees. Some people are way worse than others, but like there are a lot of people that like have things that you're not gonna like.
Yeah.
So it's like
You're not gonna agree with everybody on everything.
exactly like Jackson Pollock, right? Famous painter.
Okay. Is that he's still alive or no?
No, he's dead.
Okay. What did he do?
He's one of he did all the splatter paintings where it looks like someone threw paint at the canvas.
Oh, sick.
Which he was the first guy to do that.
That's awesome.
Great artist.
Yeah.
Raging alcoholic. Horrible person to everyone in his life.
Jesus Christ.
Horrible person to everyone in his life. So that's like, you know, if we're going to go by that logic, then I can't like Jackson Pollock paintings because the guy was an asshole.
Right.
You know, but let's just separate the art from the artist.
Okay.
Great paintings.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know?
That does. Yeah. Yeah, because like you still look at those paintings
And they're still beautiful.
But
I still
some
listen to
people
Graduation.
But I get
beautiful.
it though. Because some
Yeah.
people are gonna look at those paintings knowing who he is and just be like, this is the result of somebody who wasn't somebody that I agree with and their choices.
But
and shit
again,
like that.
I think that's so many things, especially with our modern context. Like in 2022, what we view as acceptable behavior is so new. Like even, you know, anyone from even like the 90s to an extent would not meet up to those standards.
Right.
So then you got to write out everyone in history. Every famous artist did something you're not going to like.
Yeah. Anybody doing everything good? We have anybody that comes to mind that does everything good?
Mr. Rogers, dude, he was a saint.
Oh yeah, really?
guy.
Nothing got pulled from him like that.
No,
he wasn't a bad.
even when he died, nothing bad came out.
Whoa, that's beautiful.
Apparently,
That's beautiful. What's going on with Tom Hanks? Everything good with him?
I don't trust him, dude.
I think it's just one of those cases where it's too good to be true.
No, I think he did some Epstein stuff.
Oh no!
I think
Chris,
he's on
don't
that
don't
list.
throw away some accusations. Don't throw out some accusations.
Allegedly.
I like that word allegedly because like if something did happen with Tom Hanks, like we want to be able to like I want to be able to pull back and be like, oh shit, didn't know that. Okay, yeah, all right, I agree. All right, maybe he's a bad person.
Yeah.
But right now, like last thing I heard from Tom Hanks is that he was he was in a really good Apple TV movie called Finch, and Finch is really good.
Okay.
About like he has like a robot and a dog, and he makes the robot to take care of the dog because he's gonna die.
That's pretty sick, actually.
It's a very good premise for a film.
That's such a you movie.
Oh, it is. It checks off all my boxes, dude. Tom Hanks, animals, robots.
You know what Tom Hanks did do that was bad? This is not allegedly. Tom Hanks raised a shit son.
Chet Hanks.
Dude, his son sucks.
Chet Hanks is, but also, I gotta say, have you seen his interview on Z-Way, dude?
What even is Z-Way?
Z-Way's this show was a really, really funny woman. She's fucking hilarious.
Okay.
And she interviews people, and she makes them say like really horrible, like she guides them into saying really like fucked up shit without them knowing. And it's a really good TV show. But like they have Chet Hanks is on that, and he's going full on like mental illness, but like not mental.
So
I'm sorry. Hold on.
He was. Hold on. I think you could say he was Kanyeing out.
He was doing a little bit of Kanye shit, but like also, I don't think Chet Hanks is just one of those. I don't think it's mental illness. I think he's just like
just a spoiled rich kid.
Fucking yeah.
They're just like we've all met those
for sure. He's one of those like white kids that just like never fucking got with the times.
Why you gotta make it racial, dude?
Got with the times. I think it's okay what I'm saying. I think what I said is pretty okay. There's a lot of people like us that get with the picture a little bit, or at least think that we are socially. And then there's Chet Hanks, who's just like doing Jamaican accents and shit like that.
Well, who would do a Jamaican accent?
No one that I know.
Who would ever do that?
No one I know.
Sorry. Speaking of Chet Hanks, I do have to say though, friend of the show, he did DM me as well. He did DM me as well, and he said, listen, Chris, I just want you to know that like me and the whole Hanks family, my dad, my mom, everyone, we love the podcast. We love you. We love Matt. We love Malcolm. We love Ben.
Whoa.
And we're big fans. He's like, my dad's publicist said he can't reach out in support because he's got like a contract thing.
Yeah.
But my dad told me to tell you. He's a big fan of the first episode. Hopes to be a guest one day.
I don't think we should do that. But I do appreciate him saying...
No, I'm not going to have Tom Hanks on the show because,
No. Tom Hanks can come on. Chet Hanks is the one that I have a problem
Chet
with.
Hanks, he's lame.
Chet Hanks he can't be on the pod for one reason, and that reason is because I don't want him on it. That's
fair.
That's it.
Okay, so Chet Hanks, I'm sorry, man. I pulled for you.
Listen, and I respect you reaching out to Chris that way. Yeah. Next time, reach out to the podcast Instagram, and then we could all kind of talk about it. But like, I don't appreciate anybody going out of their way just to you and like taking and just totally neglecting to.
Matt, you're gonna be upset with the next couple then.
Damn.
You know who else reached out to me?
Who?
The Pope.
The old man?
The old man.
How old is that guy?
He's like in his 80s.
I think that we should have a sign on this door that says nobody over 50 can come into this room.
Well, the Pope messaged me and was like, I really like your podcast.
He messaged you about it?
Yeah.
And that doesn't make any sense. You're not Italian.
No, but the Pope, he's a cool dude.
He should, no, that's fucked up because I'm the Italian one, so he should be reaching out to me if anybody. You know what, Pope? You're fucking up, bro. You're really fucking up. Know your audience. Know how to slide in where you can get in.
It was cool because like we were having a great conversation, right? And all of a sudden you started talking to like, have you ever been baptized? You ever thought about being baptized? And I was like, oh, he's just trying to get me.
Right.
Because I thought he liked me for me.
Did he start with like, oh yeah, podcast? Like,
he's like, oh, your podcast,
and then they went into like baptism and shit like that.
Yeah, I thought he liked me.
So he didn't really want
to
be on the podcast anyway.
And I was hurt.
Yeah,
I was a little hurt that I felt like I was being used.
Overall, I do think Tom Hanks is doing good shit. Well, what I was gonna say, he's doing a couple of years ago, maybe 1 or 2 years ago, it was trending on Twitter that he was going out for a run and he crashed this wedding and just like took photos with everybody at the wedding because he was such a nice guy.
I would be so pissed
if Tom Hanks came to your wedding.
If a famous person came to my wedding uninvited and was just like, oh, I'm famous though, so it's cool. I'd be like, get the fuck out of here.
What?
I don't want to see. Who do I care?
I understand that it's your day and you guys spend a lot of money on it.
It's not even my wife's day. It's my day. All right, it's my wedding of my dreams.
But you have to think about it. Like, if you could get any famous people to come to your wedding, you would want that if it was if you planned on it.
I don't get enamored with famous people.
Yeah. You don't like famous people?
I don't dislike them. It's just like I don't get like Like, I don't get the starstruck people get. It's like,
oh, I don't either. I used to, and then the more and more I did comedy and started working with other like people that I used to deem like famous.
Yeah, they're just
it people. Destroys. Yeah. It definitely does. What it does for me is it destroyed my like what I thought fame was to me.
Yeah, and
it was bad at first, but then a good part came out of that too because it made all my goals seem much more attainable. You know, so like, but at first you see like someone, I don't even want to give names, but somebody you've seen on TV before, and you're like, oh,
yeah, and you
damn,
think there's
dude.
Some mythical creature.
Yeah, you think that they're untouchable,
yeah.
And then like they're right there, and they're like 6 foot, like they're the same height as you, and like you're not 6 foot,
yeah,
but
okay,
like,
well, thanks
you
for
know,
that.
but like
for the audience at home that's never seen me, I'm actually 6'2". Don't let Matt's propaganda.
Right, no, I was saying you're not 6, you're 6'2".
Yeah,
but like you see them in person, and like you make eye contact with them, and then they talk to you, and like you know, it's fucking. That shit, it brings you into reality and makes you it makes you feel like, holy fuck, maybe my dreams can come true.
That's nice.
You know, that's how it was for me.
Well, also like with the A-list celebrities, like Brad Pitt, for instance, people like
sure.
want to like see Brad Pitt.
Mm-hmm.
What do me and Brad Pitt have to talk about?
Right.
We have nothing in common.
Yeah.
We live completely different lives. Like, why am I excited to see Brad Pitt?
Right.
Or Tom Hanks, for that matter. Why am I excited to see Tom Hanks?
But if you liked some of his movies, you guys could connect on that level, though.
Yeah, he doesn't want to hear that. That's all he ever hears.
No, but that's his work. That's what he's known for.
Can you imagine, though?
If people came up to you and like, oh, I really like that joke of yours, you wouldn't be like, fuck you, dude. You'd be like, thank you so much.
Yeah, because I'm nobody. Now it would be nice. You'd give me 20 years of that. I think I'd get very tired of it.
No, do you think Seinfeld's fucking tired of it?
I'm sure he's tired of hearing
like, hey, stop talking about my jokes.
No, I'm sure people come up to me like, oh my God, I love the show Seinfeld. It's my favorite show. I'm a super fan. He's like, you and the last 800 people this hour that have come up and said that to me. Can I get a picture with you? No, fuck off.
Right.
I just want to take a
celebrities don't like
I just want to take a 14-year-old to the Emmys and have no one talk about it.
What are you outing other comedians on this podcast for?
I'm not, just, you know.
This is not the podcast where we name drop our coworkers, okay?
Our coworkers. Cut that out, Ben. I don't want to offend my close personal friend, Jerry Seinfeld. Cut that part out so no one sees who I was talking
Gerald
about.
F. Seinfeld. I don't think anybody's born Jerry, right? No one's born with that name.
It's short for Jeremiah.
Ooh. He is Jewish, right? Ooh,
Old
Jeremiah. Do you know that that's actually his full name?
Jeremiah Seinfeldstein.
No.
Yeah, that's his name.
You know Jonah Hill's fucking last name is Feldstein?
I didn't.
Hill is his middle name.
You know who else messaged me about the last episode of the podcast?
Who?
DMX.
From heaven?
Yeah, he was like, I know I'm in heaven right now.
You're like, what?
But he's like, that podcast was so...
I love your podcast.
Yeah, he's like, that podcast was so sick. I just had to let you know.
He's yelling.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, vocal cords exist in heaven, DMX? He's like, yeah.
I read this thing about DMX the other day that he apparently invited like a bunch of women up to his hotel room after a concert.
Yeah.
They all thought they were going to like get lucky with DMX. And he just read the Bible to them for like 3 hours.
No way. Oh,
allegedly.
No. Can you imagine? That'd probably put him up there for you, huh?
I loved it.
Oh, fuck.
You know, DMX also has Christian rap.
He has Christian rap.
He does. DMX has several rap albums that are exclusively about the Bible, and they're kind of lit. Because it's the same sound. It's like, what? It's Jesus.
Oh,
it's like he comes in
no
hard.
Way.
You're about to hear the gospel.
That's beautiful.
It's great.
That's like some early days Chance the Rapper stuff. I like that. I like that a lot.
Check it. No, it's honestly, the album was pretty. My friend sent it to me as a joke, and I listened to it. It was honestly pretty, because it just sounds like normal DMX music. Just every once in a while, he says like "Hallelujah." You're like, what? What is this?
When was it that you like? Who did you meet that was like that really brought you down to like earth, or were you never like that?
I was never a celebrity person.
Really?
Well, the thing is,
who was the first celebrity you've like kind of like met? Like, you remember it? You don't even have to say them, but you can, like, remember the first person you've met, and you're just like, oh?
I just go to myself, this person thinks they're better than me? You think you're better? Fuck you, dude.
You fucking hate everybody.
I'm going to take all your fans, you bitch.
Does Hashem do that to you, for you?
Hashem smites some people. He hasn't smited anyone I've specifically requested, but, you know, what are you going to do? Time and patience.
Have you ever prayed for anything, and here we go again, you ever prayed for anything that you ended up actually getting?
Yes.
Oh, shit. I could see that, like, really, like, consolidating that belief for you. Or not consolidating, but confirming that belief.
No, because it's like, you're not really supposed to pray for things. No, it's like true. It's like anyone that.
No, I believe you.
I believe you. In any religion, right? If you're really, no matter the religion, most of them all agree. Like, you're not supposed to pray. Like, God's not a wish granter, as they say.
All right, Chris.
You brought up religion.
I did. I know, like, I didn't mean to.
But you're supposed to pray. You're supposed to pray for things like strength and insight and wisdom and clarity and signs.
Mm-hmm.
You're not supposed to pray for things. Although I have prayed for things in the past and gotten them, and then in short order, those things were often taken away from me or lost.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Because
you weren't meant to have them.
Well, no, because I hadn't installed the virtues to get those things.
Ooh.
Like, they've been handed to me on a silver platter, but I had not worked for them. I did not build the skill set to keep them, and so then they were easy come, easy go.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That does make sense.
So it seemed like a victory, but it was more of a lesson.
Cool.
And the lesson was I should fucking kill myself. That's the lesson I got out of most of them.
Dude, now that I'm an adult, like everything, like I don't want anything anymore from other people, like from my parents and shit like that. Like, you know, like I've reached the age now where like, oh, like Christmas isn't like for you anymore. It's for the babies of the family.
Yeah.
Of like the extended family and shit. And so like they'll ask me what I want and I'll be like, I don't know. Like, I don't really need anything.
What do you want for Christmas?
I want to do, like, I don't even know. I have no, like, idea. You have goals? Like, you have goals, like, what you want to specifically get out of comedy?
Yeah.
You do? Like, you have them, like, fucking bullet pointed?
I don't write anything out, but yeah, no, I have
I just want to keep getting better than I currently am.
Oh, that's always the through line of it, yeah.
And I feel, some people are like, yeah, but you need actual, like, shit that you want to achieve.
Well, no, if there's... Okay, what I would say is, like, I kind of get what they're saying, but if there's certain specific stuff you want to achieve, you have to be aware of that. So, right, for instance, if your thing is just, I want to get better at comedy, and whatever opportunities that provides, great, I think that's fine, because you're still focused on getting better.
Yeah.
Because you still have that goal in mind, so every time you're going to write harder, you're going to try new things, you're going to keep doing all the work you need to do to get better.
Yeah.
But, like, say, if, for instance, because a lot of people in comedy have, like, I want to have a TV show, right?
Right.
Well, then you'd need to be aware of that, because getting a TV show requires a lot more in different things than just getting better at comedy. So you'd have to like figure out what you need to do to get that TV show and go do that. So I guess by that logic, they're kind of right.
Okay.
But if your goal is just to be the best comedian you can be, you can just keep doing comedy. I think, at least. I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like I want to do so many things from comedy. Like I would like to do TV, and I would like to just headline a lot too.
Yeah.
And I don't know what comes first, because I have that theater background and shit like that. And I like to think that I have like that all my theater skills still in my back pocket, but I think just like comedy, I would like you can't just like put it away and just think that I'm gonna be so good like the next time I pick it up.
Have you considered doing some like acting coaching or acting lessons, like a class or something that like forces you to do scenes and run lines with people?
No, I don't have I don't want to spend money on that shit.
Well, okay.
I don't like
I get that, but
you know, like I have I can find ways to do like acting for free. Like I can go back on auditions and get like work out my rustiness that way.
Go back on auditions, try to get an agent.
I can't do that.
You can.
I can't do that and comedy.
You can do everything.
Not at the same time. Right now, in my current situation, I work 60 hours a week. I do comedy almost every night, which is fantastic. And then I also I worry about like how good like this is going and stuff like that. I don't really have that much. I try hanging out with other people as well, like friends and shit. But a lot of my time goes towards just keeping all the stuff that I currently have going.
Isn't that ridiculous how little free time comedy allows you?
Yeah.
Like if you're really getting after it. Like I realized the other day I have no free time.
Did you enjoy your little bit of time off?
No, because I was just so for those that know, I like kind of took a month half schedule. I said no to some stuff and I just took some time to like get some life stuff in order. Mm-hmm. But that was the thing; it wasn't relaxing because I just had to go get all that life stuff in order. Yeah. So it wasn't like I wasn't doing comedy, like I wasn't doing a show that night. So I'm at home relaxing. It's like no, I had to go do all this other shit that I've been putting off for the last 6 months because all I've been doing was comedy.
Right.
So
but like also it's nice to be busy. At least you're being busy doing something that you like.
Yeah, no,
right?
I'm pretty much always busy. I don't do well with free time.
when I have a lot of free time, I just wish that I was doing more comedy.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I guess that means that we're in the right headspace for it, because we're doing something that we enjoy.
Well, because I never question if I should be doing comedy, because whether or not I'm good at it, I enjoy it. So it's like, I can't think of something else in life that I've ever experienced that would make me want to drive 3 hours each way.
Yeah.
To do it.
Right.
Like, so like, what else is going to make me drive 5 hours to Maine and then 5 hours back just to do that thing? It's like, it's only comedy.
Just knowing that our entire our whole lives just going like in pursuit of this thing that like, it's good that we're enjoying it along the way. You know, the uncertainty that we'll ever actually get what we want is crazy, and
that's anything in life.
Of course that is, and that's what like gives me that like existential crisis every now and then.
Well, no, don't. Serious for a second.
For sure.
Because I know we joke around a lot on this. Like, what I say about comedy, and people have asked me before, like, if they think, oh, am I good enough or whatever. Like, that's something people will ask a lot when they're like having a rough moment. What I always say, and I mean it, it's true. It's like, it doesn't matter. Do you love doing comedy? Yes. Is there anything else you'd rather be doing? No. Then what did it matter? You could do this for 20 years, never get any better, be horrible at it, bomb every night. If it's what you want to do, then you spent 20 years doing the thing you wanted to do. Sure, you never got good at it. You never got the Netflix special. You never got past the club you wanted to get past.
Sure.
But you spent 20 years doing the thing you wanted to do. Not at the level you wanted to, but you did it. So my thing with comedy is like, I'm just going to keep doing it. Ideally, I'd like all these, goals to happen. A lot of them have happened for me.
Right.
Way quicker than I expected. I'm very thankful for that. But even if I plateaued at the level I'm at now and it never got any better, I'd be sad about that. I'm not going to lie and pretend like it wouldn't bother me.
Sure. But if you look back on it, at least you were
keep doing it. Because what's the other option? What's the other option? I quit?
Yeah.
And then I do nothing with my life? Just be depressed that I didn't accomplish it?
Yeah.
It's like that cheesy old saying, it's been said a million times, but it's like, the only guarantee is if that you quit now, you lose. It's the only guarantee is for 100%, if you stop doing it now, you've lost. It's never going to happen.
Right. If
you keep going, even if it's a 1% chance, it's a 1% chance it's going to work out. Might never, but
yeah, dude.
Why rob yourself of that hope?
And there was this, not to fucking just like totally derail, there was this artist, this musical artist named Hobo Johnson. You know who Hobo Johnson is?
I don't, but that's a great name.
It's a fantastic name for an artist. Yeah. He has a song called like 3%. It came out a long time ago, like probably 2016. But it was talked about, like he was just talking about how like everybody just telling him there's only 3% that you're gonna make it. And his whole purpose of writing that song was that like he thinks it's a lie. And he thinks it's just a deterrent for people who just like don't want to do it their whole lives. And he's like, listen, if you want, I think the point of the song was, from the way I understood it, was that if you keep working at something and like you are like constantly getting better at that thing, and working towards it and also having fun and enjoying it, but like knowing what needs to change and fixing up and like actively getting better, like that 3% shit's, it's dumb. It's like, it's not even, it doesn't exist.
And I agree with him, because I think a lot of people quit. Like I even just look at when I started,
so many people just fucking quit.
When I started comedy, right? I started with like, let's for argument's sake say about like 30 people.
Yeah.
That started within a year of me. Yeah. That were all like doing the same mics, doing the same little shitty bar shows locally, all those people, right? I think maybe 3 of us are left.
Right.
So that's 3 of us, like 10%. After 3 years, 3 of us are left. The other 27 or so are gone.
Right.
It's not that they failed. No one ever came up to them and said, hey, you're banned from doing open mics, or like, you're blacklisted at this club. None of that ever happened. They all quit.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Just by nature of, I just didn't stop doing it. Yeah. I'm now in the 10% of best people in my class because I'm in the 10% that's still doing it.
Right.
It had nothing to do with that. And that's the other funny thing. A lot of those guys, really talented. A lot
could have blown. Yeah, you've said could have blown you out of the water.
A lot of those people I looked at and I was like, man, I hope one day I'm as funny as them.
Yeah.
Legitimately, like with tears in my eyes, like I will never be as funny as them.
Right. And then they quit.
Now where are they?
Yeah.
So it's
because they did what they did, you're now just like as far along as you are.
Yeah.
So it all, would you say at the end of the day, like if it's like meant to be, it'll happen, or are you like, no?
I'm not a believer in that.
No, okay.
I don't think shit like that's real. And not to be negative, like when people are like, oh,
I don't think that's negative.
What's meant to be yours will be yours, or like this, that, and they always say it in a positive way.
Right.
I'm a big believer.
Creating your own destiny.
That life isn't fair. It's not this like you didn't get this, so you will get this, or like you're a good person, so this thing's going to happen to you. It'd be great if life worked that way. In my experience and the people around me's experience, that hasn't been the case. So you just got to go get what you want to get.
Right.
So like, there are lots of comics I've seen. I won't name names. Super talented, have been at it for years, killers. For one reason or the other, it just never happened for them.
Right.
You know, they made some mistakes early on in their career, burned some bridges, and now they're forever struggling with that.
Yeah.
They maybe just never played the social aspect, so they don't know anybody. They don't have the network. Maybe they were really funny, but they just weren't marketable. No one wanted to like go buy tickets for them. I
would assume yes, but if your only problem was that you weren't marketable, you should have figured out a way around that if you really wanted to fix that problem, right? Like if you, I'm saying the reason.
I'm a big solutions person. So
exactly.
I was that way.
So if you're like 15 years or 20 years down the line, and not as far as you want to be, then if that doesn't push you to start fixing the shit that needs fixing, like look at your whole situation as a fucking problem and find where you can add solutions, then like that's where you're gonna stay.
That's life in general, not just comedy. Like a lot of people do that. They don't take the time to figure out and be honest with themselves about what's working. Or they might be like, this is the problem, and it's just the problem. They don't look for a way to solve it. Or, okay, I can't be good at this, right? But I can figure out something else that I can compensate with.
Yeah.
You know, so maybe it's like, all right, the clubs don't want to book you for whatever reason. Well, maybe social media, I can get a following that way, and then they have to. You know, whatever it is. That's just a throwaway example. Sure. But I know we said we weren't going to do that thing where we talked about comedy on this podcast. I'm very mad.
You're mad about this?
I'm mad that this is where we've gone.
I'm telling you right now, you went all in, and I appreciate you doing that for me because I need that sometimes.
You need it.
Well, thank you guys so much for listening to this podcast. If you made it all the way through, I had one of my best times this podcast. Given that, like, it's always fun talking about comedy, like, as comics. Just some comics just feel like, oh, we shouldn't do it on the pod, which is fucking stupid. I don't know. Share it if you enjoyed. It's probably not going to be that many clips out of this week, but
my name's Chris Warren. You can follow me at Chris Warren Comedy on Instagram and TikTok. Yep. Please follow me there. Feel free to DM me. I get bored. I work from home. I get very bored. If you DM me, I'll probably talk to you.
This is coming out next Wednesday. Do you have any dates or anything like that, or?
Oh, you know what? Let's plug this. On the 23rd of December.
Oh, hell yeah.
Me and Matt are going to be on a great pre-Christmas Eve show.
Continuum Distillery, I believe it is.
Continuum Distillery in Waterbury. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm headlining. We got Lee Syatt featuring.
Oh, hell yeah.
We got Matty Lopes here.
He's going to be on it.
I'll be on that, baby. It's ran by Filthy Comedy. Our friend Aisha is going to be hosting, I believe. It's going to be a good time.
Yes, sir. What do I have? On the 15th of December, I am doing a laugh attack show in Northampton, Massachusetts. On 17th, I'm doing a show, I believe, in Middletown, Connecticut. So please check that one out. And I'm doing Pookie's Basement on the 21st in New Jersey. And then, on the 23rd, we're doing that Continuum Distillery show.
That's going to be a good show.
I think so. I think it's going to be a real good time.
You see me headline? I'm going to be doing like...
Dude.
Be doing like 40 minutes. It's going to be wild.
I can't fucking wait.
Good time.
You actually, like, the first time I saw your headline, I was like, oh shit, this dude has 40 minutes. Like, I literally believed that you had that shit. Like, it was good. Like, I enjoyed that entire show. Anyway, my name is Matt Lopes. Thank you again so much for watching. My Instagrams are everywhere at not Matt Lopes on Instagram. The TikTok is whatever. You'll probably find me there. And then follow the pod's
You
Instagram.
Should Be Worried podcast Instagram and TikTok, and follow
the YouTube.
Our great, amazing producer Ben Kirsch, Benny Boy
_28
on Instagram. Give him a follow, dude. Son.
Also for our YouTube, thank you guys for watching. If you came to YouTube to watch this, I appreciate it. Subscribe. Right? We got to say that.
Yeah. Oh, Spotify, Apple, thing. Whatever you're listening on. We appreciate
if you're listening on a podcast, dude. If you're on a podcast app, listen to this too. Like, that's fucking sick. Like, we didn't actually think we'd be able to get this on a podcast. Or I didn't. You guys were pretty adamant.
Believed.
You believed.
I remember screaming about it. I remember chaining myself to the soundboard saying, we're putting this on Spotify.
And if you really actually like the editing work, reach out to Ben. Ben would love to talk about it. And if you need to hire him, don't, because he's ours.